How's it going, guys? Andy here and welcome to another video. In this one we're going to be talking about where to find wholesale suppliers in 2017. Now this is probably one of the most popular video series I've done on my YouTube channel to date. The first one I did back in 2008, would you believe? And then I've done one every couple of years on this subject since then, and it's got the most views, I think, more or less out of all of my videos. I think the number one thing people are always asking, where to find wholesale suppliers, and it changes every year. I try and change it up and give a different perspective and a different idea every year, and I specifically want to concentrate on one subject for this video for you today. Alrighty, let's get cracking with this one. Be sure to hang around to the end of the video because I've got something for you that you may find very useful that you can take away with you free and for nothing. So make sure you hang around to the end so you can grab yourself that. So the best possible place to find wholesale supplies in 2017, in my opinion, is the humble trade show. The best thing about trade shows is across the year there will be a trade show for every market sector you can think of, from toys to clothes to the pet industry, jewelry, you name it. There will be a specific trade show for that particular market sector. And what that means is if you are starting an online business in jewelry or you are starting an online business in the pet niche, then you can actually go to that specific trade show, and you know all of those suppliers in that one place at that one time will be relevant to your business. So you can shake hands, meet the people that are looking for your business. You can look at the products in the flesh, you can pick them up and see exactly what they're like, and you can get the deals done there and then. And this makes it a lot quicker and a lot easier to get into the wholesalers. You can talk to them, develop a relationship, look them in the eye and shake them by the hand and really get to know them. So that way it makes it easier to get those wholesale accounts and you can move forward there and then. The other thing is a lot of these wholesalers will do special offers just for the period of the trade show, which means you might be able to get another 10 or even 20% discounted on that order if you sign on the line whilst you're at the trade show. So it's really worth looking into and possibly getting your buying budget in order before you go, because that may well give you quite a bit of extra profit and certainly the edge over your competition that might not necessarily be getting that extra 10 or 20%. So it's well worth looking into. The next important thing about trade shows is it keeps you safe. When you go to an actual real life trade show, you know that the suppliers there are pretty much guaranteed to be safe. They're there, they've paid a reasonable amount of money to put the pitch there, they've got the products in front of you, and you can really see established businesses that have been trading for many years in this way. If you're looking online, it's very difficult to know the difference between a fake website that's just been put up with stolen images and fake domain names. It's very difficult to know the difference. Whereas if you're standing there face to face, you know they're real, you know the products are real, and you've got that safety aspect. So that's a big deal when you're starting out. If you get out there and meet the people face to face, at least you know when you are parting with your hard-earned money, it's going into a relatively safe place compared to off into the internet and maybe never to be seen again. It's always something to think about. The next great thing about trade shows is you will often see next year's trends or the next season's trends. The things that will be in the shops for the next season will be on display at the trade show. So you get a real insight into what should be coming up. You get a feel for the type of things that will be pushed for next year. And if you're into making private label products, you can actually get a real feel for what might be the next hot trend. And you might be able to get a few ideas to go away and get them specced up from your own supplier, maybe in China, and get some samples sent over to you, and you may be in a very good position for one of the next hot products next year. So the next question is, where are you going to find these trade shows? Well, they happen up and down the country. The Birmingham NEC in the UK is definitely somewhere where a lot of trade shows happen. It's in the middle of the country. It's a massive exhibition centre, and for that reason a lot of the national shows are held there. It's not the only place. There are several locations up north and a few locations down south. And London XL Arena is also another location. I've been to quite a few. I've gained a lot of very useful suppliers and relationships as a result of getting out there and going to these shows. 99.9% of these shows are free to go to. You just register online for a ticket, so there's no excuse apart from a little bit of travel cost and your own time. It's well worth getting out and meeting these suppliers face to face. And the great news is, if you're not that experienced with speaking to people, you may be a little bit shy, a little bit uncomfortable at first. That's fine. Get in there, speak to someone, and then you might be a bit awkward at first, but the great news is there's 150 or 350 other people waiting to speak to you after the first one. So you can practice, you can get used to it. And okay, maybe the first few conversations are a little bit awkward and a bit uncomfortable, but I guarantee by the time you get to lunchtime, you'll be much more relaxed, but you'll be used to speaking to people. You'll be used to the sort of questions they're going to ask you and the way the conversation's going to go. So maybe you might walk away from the first few conversations thinking that didn't go so well, but you're in the right place to practice, and eventually you only need one or two of those conversations to go well to come away with some wholesale accounts to build up a good business in that given niche. So it's well worth spending the time just even practicing on a few of the people that maybe you're not that fussed about first, and breaking it in gently, getting used to it, and then moving on to some of the supplies that you really are more interested in later after you're more comfortable. A couple of side notes: don't forget to wear a set of comfortable shoes. You'll be covering a lot of miles whilst at one of these places, and also some small cabin luggage is a good idea, because almost every person you speak to will want to give you a catalogue or some sort of information, maybe some freebies and some promotional items, and whilst you're walking around during the day you're just going to run out of space to put them. So sticking them in a little wheelie cabin bag is a great place to put them. It means you've got plenty of places for your catalogues and your price lists, and they can keep your hands free to meet people and shake people's hands. So I mentioned at the top of the video that I've got something for you regarding this. Well, I've actually compiled a list of UK trade shows that I've personally been to or I plan to go to that are situated around the UK. So if you would like to get your hands on that list and see what sort of market niches are available to you, then you are welcome to have a look at that list. It's totally free. Just click the link in the description box below and then fill in your email address, and that list will be emailed automatically to you within half an hour. So check your spam folders or your promotions tab if you're using Gmail, because it's an automatically sent email. Sometimes they get caught in spam filters or junk mail folders. But apart from that, I hope you find that useful. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you've got any good recommendations for trade shows to go to, hit me up in the comments and I'll add it to the list as well. Hopefully together we can compile a really comprehensive list of profitable and worthwhile trade shows to go and visit around the country and maybe around the world. So let me know if you've got a good one in the comments and I'll certainly check that out. As usual, if you have any eBay or Amazon related questions, hit me up in the comments box below. As always, I will be happy to help you if I possibly can. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and as always, thank you for watching. My name's Andy Lawrence and I will catch you on the very next video. Bye for now.